Hello, I have a book review for you guys. This is Haben, the Deafblind Woman Who Conquered Harvard Law by Haben Girma. And hopefully I pronounced all that right. This is exactly what it is. It's a nonfiction. It's a new release. I would highly recommend this in general and for nonfiction November next month. I gave it 5 stars. I enjoyed it and I learned a lot. Some of you know, some of you might be new and don't know. I'm in school for a degree in sign language interpretation right now. So it was really interesting to read this because the people I talk to a lot are deaf. And Haben is deaf-blind, which I don't think I've met anybody that is deaf-blind. And her... let's see, I really don't want to mess up how I say this, her accessibility requirements and her culture, I suppose, seem to lean more towards her blindness than her deafness, because there were a lot of things that were different than what I've learned about deaf culture, but there were some things that were the same. She does know some ASL, but not a lot. She uses a computer that pops up little pins and braille and has people type into it. And that's one of the easiest ways she can communicate with you, which I thought was really cool. And it's just things she's done, things where she comes from. It's a really good book. That's another thing too. One of the things we've learned in class is that in deaf culture, deafness is not a disability. It's just you can't hear. Whereas Haben does identify as disabled. So that was interesting to me. There was just a lot of things that were interesting that were different or similar to stuff I've learned at school and from talking to people. She was talking about the difficulties she had in college, in her undergrad, with getting the menus so that she knew what she might be eating that day and she could make a choice in what she was eating. And reading that particularly, it reminded me that I have a hard time for myself. I'm talking about me, myself, my disabilities. I have a hard time discerning privilege versus rights. I have a hard time determining what accessibility things are worth fighting for, which ones I should fight for. And reading particularly that story, but also her whole book, helped me realize that some things that I think of as a privilege because of how I was raised, how I am as a human, are things I should still fight for. Even if they are a privilege, they're privileges that everybody else gets, and that I should still fight for them because I can't access them the way everybody else can. So, yeah. So I wrote out a letter to the zoo that I've been having difficulties with. Anyway, that's besides the point. This was really good. I definitely recommend reading it. She's also got a TED Talk on YouTube that I watched as well. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. This was great. 5 stars. Loved it. Have you guys read this one? River! Excuse me. Put that stuff back and get out of the drawer. Sorry, toddler mom problems. Have you guys read this one? Do you want to? What did you think? Questions, comments, opinions? Let me know down below. You know I love discussing things with you guys. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!